Now, it lists trance, mediumship, angel communication and psychic development as its course topics. But do you need to have been born with a special gift to be able to enroll in Ireland's first ever psychic school?
Due to open in Limerick in July this year, just what level of interest is the SixSense Academy expecting to attract? Psychic Joe Power of the school joins us now, and a very good morning to you, Joe.
You.
Many thanks for coming over. You are one of the tutors for this slightly unusual school that's starting in Limerick in this July. What is your speciality amongst...
My speciality is mediumship. I contact people from the other side, and I'll be teaching the students how to communicate with people that are passed over.
And you've been doing this, you know, since, according to your website, it says from infancy you've been getting...
From infancy, but I wasn't really interested in psychic or mediumship. It was something that come to me at a later date, when I started seeing people's auric fields, and I could read the energy fields, and people were coming through with specific information. So
it's specifically dead people, though, that you deal with. You deal with a lot of grieving parents and people who've lost relatives, basically.
Well, I deal in all aspects of mediumship. If you're a medium, you're able to go into someone's house and tell them what's there. You're able to read the auric field, the energy field, which is, you know, the energy field is the aura of a person's identity. You're able to tap into that communication and bring out things from their past, everything.
So you can tell a lot about a person. You claim just by looking at them, they have, as you say, this aura.
If I switched myself on and I was doing some personal reading, you can actually take information from the energy field, which is the aura, which is stored. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as I was saying to you earlier on this morning, I'm a complete skeptic. I don't really believe in any mediums or psychics or anything like that. But obviously, there must be an interest here in Ireland if you're coming over to start this week-long course in Limerick.
Yeah, there's a huge interest, especially in what I do, obviously in the psychic and the mediumship and the development, because they're very structured courses. But there's a huge interest in angels in Ireland. And that's why we've had a combination of 3 tutors being on the course. So there's a little bit for everyone. I know that you obviously said that you don't believe. I'm going to give you some psychic holy water in a minute for the two of you. You know, we don't try to convert people. It's people with an interest. And there's a lot of people in Ireland and all over the place. There's 86% that are believers than non-believers.
And do you go anywhere towards sort of screening people? You know, some people might be interested for different reasons. Some people might be vulnerable and they might be clutching at some sort of notion that they may be able to think they might be able to find answers to by going to your course, or else the person who's genuinely interested and wants to pursue it as a hobby or something like that.
Yes, that's good, because some of the people that will turn up on there will have no ability at all. So sometimes, you know, you might get, say, 30 people that turn up on the course, and say 6 of them haven't got no psychic ability, or very little, so you can't do much with them.
So can you acquire this psychic ability?
Everyone has the psychic ability. It's called your sixth sense, or, you know, everyone has it, and sometimes it's your gut instinct, it's your gut thought, but it's bringing it out. Sometimes you'll know a telephone's going to ring, or you've just got to bump into a certain person, or you'll pre-know information beforehand. Now, where that information is coming from always comes from a different source. Is it a spirit person that's telling you, or is it your own sixth sense?
I don't know, to be honest, if I was going to somebody for a psychic reading, I'd prefer to go to someone who they just had a calling first, than someone who, well, I went for a week-long course and now I'm a psychic, you know?
Well, I think it'd be very interesting if you come on our course, because you're skeptic and you'd be a fit.
No, but you can see my point.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Usually people, like you say yourself, you got these feelings from a young child. I mean, you had a calling for it, and there are psychics who say, you know, they've seen things all their lives. And then you get people who go for a course for a week, and suddenly they're saying they're psychics. I mean, because there's no licensing around becoming a medium, is there? Anyone can just say I'm a medium.
Yeah, but the SixSense Academy is very strict in... I'm a great believer is I know the inside out of the industry, and there's too many people that call themselves psychic and mediumships and such, charging. I just spoke to some lady from Ireland last week who was charged $700 for a 10-minute phone call. Now, I think that's disgusting. because that's not a psychic reading, or that's not, you know, helping people, that's ripping people off. So the SixSense Academy, we have the best tutors from all over the world, and that's why I've set it up, to make sure the tutors are the highest standard.
But you have to be aware of the criticism and the skepticism that will be out there. And I mean, of any particular sector, it's probably come in for an awful lot of criticism, and people will say, you know, that you're preying on vulnerable people, and there's a lot of operators out there that you know, people would say, you know, steer clear of them.
Well, you're right, because there is a lot of vulnerable people. There's people that want answers. There's people that are vulnerable because they've just lost people from the other side. But my information, what I give people, I'm 100%, you know, believe that there's an afterlife. Otherwise, I wouldn't even bother doing anything to do with psychic or mediumship. The psychic and mediumship actually come to me. It was a young woman that was missing in our local town at the time, and she'd actually appeared to me through a dream, and the police were looking for her, and she was just down as a missing person, and she appeared to me in the sleep and said that she'd been carnaged and mangled, and she was in the fairground and a part of the railway. 10 months later, when I went into the police station straight away, told them, felt a lunatic, as if like they thought I was nuts. And that particular person, their body was found, part of it was found in the railway and part of it was found in the fairground. So that's what really, you know, made me come out believing that there was something else to this world.
Anytime we do anything on angels on this show, we always get a massive response. I know part of the course is about angels.
Yeah.
For anyone who's interested in angels, what can they learn, or what can they channel if they do?
Well, anyone, we've got one of the best angel ladies, Chrissy Astle, and she will be doing workshops about angels, but also how to reach their own angel, because we all have a guardian angel. Even, you know, the people that don't believe, we all have someone that is looking after us from the other side. And it's a great combination, because you've got the psychic, you've got the mediumship, you've got the trance, you've got everything on the course, and especially the angels. I'm going to be quite interested myself.
And how do you get on this, Joe? What does it cost for the duration of the course? Okay,
for the 6-day course, it costs €400. That's all accommodation and everything supplied, as in your meals, everything. If people just want to come on the course for the 6 days, it's €330.
It's in the University Concert Hall. It's not associated with the University of Limerick at all,
no.
this course?
No.
Okay.
You're just leasing out the property.
It's only for 1 week. Will you be coming back again, or are you just testing the waters?
We're just testing the waters, see how things go. I'll certainly be coming back to Ireland, because Ireland, I get a big response in Ireland for my demonstrations of mediumship, and me messed about on the streets and going into people's houses and spooking people out. It's just normal. I like to be naughty.
Okay, well, also you were just saying very quickly, it's going to be filmed as well.
Yes, there's a documentary. If people that are attending the course want to be, if they don't want to be, then they can still be there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we wish you the very best of luck with it, Joe. Sorry, I hope you don't think we gave you a hard time. It's just, I'm completely not a believer in this, but I know a lot of people are, and that's why we like to give a balance. So many thanks.
Well, I think it's healthy to have a skeptic, to be skeptic, isn't it? So I'm 100% believing that there's...
Has her aura changed now?
Yeah, it's shady.
You said I was very red. It was a very angry one. Many thanks for coming.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, don't forget, if you miss any of the morning's programme, you can catch it online at TV3.ie/The Morning Show.
On tomorrow's show, she's responsible for the birth of 10,000 babies each year. Rona Mahoney will become Ireland's first female maternity hospital master. She'll be telling us why there are lots of positive things happening in the Irish Health Service.
And in Blooming Marvellous, our gardener Helen Dillon will be showing us how to get the best out of your garden flowers in May.
The Midday Girls are up next, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.